this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a toilet that's running. Okay, if you listen carefully, you can hear the toilet running or dripping. And if you wait a minute, you'll hear it run. You'll hear it fill up the tank again, because it's slowly trickling water into the bowl. And you can't see water going into the bowl, but you can hear it, and every few minutes you'll hear water filling up the tank. Okay. Okay, if you heard that, I'm hoping you heard that. And I'll try and turn the volume up in the video so you can hear that. It just filled the tank up because the tank is leaking water into the bowl. Okay, if you're having this problem, your toilet's running, you can hear it running every few minutes or so. The problem with your toilet is this plunger, this flapper, right here in the bottom. Okay, I'm going to replace that one. You can try and clean the plunger. After time, a little bit of residue will build up on the bottom of the plunger, and it will not seal properly, causing it to leak and trickle into the bowl. So I'm going to let the water out. All right, and I've shut the water off. You don't necessarily have to shut the water off. The water will run if you take the flapper out. Try and turn the water off. If the valve is really tight, you may want to just leave it alone, because that could cause another problem. Your valve can actually start leaking. So if it's really hard to shut off, you know what, for this, I would just leave the water on. Don't touch the valve, and then change the flapper. The water is going to run for a little bit. It's not a big deal. Okay, so this is what we're going to change right here. Now, if you can clean this area here, there might be something stuck to the bottom of this. You know, it might be dirty. Give that a try. If it continues to leak, well, then you're going to have to replace it. What I'm going to do first is unhook this chain. There's a little clip right at the end. It's almost like, kind of like a key ring end. You press on the edge of it, open it up, and then slide it out of the hole right there. Okay, you can see the hook on the end. Okay, that goes into the lever, into that hole right there. So we're going to unhook that first. And our flap, it's kind of hard to get a hand in here and a camera. Just kind of clips on like a hinge. Be careful, you don't want to break this area here. Then we'll pull that out of there. As you can see, it just clips on to those little rods on the end of this filling tube. Okay, and I can see the problem. The little rubber seal has gotten distorted over time, and you can see these little bubbles that are formed, and that's what's causing our leaky toilet. Now, what you're going to want to do is check the size of the inlet down at the bottom where the flapper covers. There are several different sizes. If you don't know what it is already, you may, if you can shut the water off and take the flapper with you to get the correct one. Okay, so now I've got the new one, and basically it's just clipping it back on and hooking up the chain. You can see the size is the same. It's not the exact same one. I did see this one at the store, and I picked out this one. and it should be okay. This one isn't a universal adjustable for how much water you want to flush. This one is not. It's not a big deal. So now we just got to get inside here. The clip is a little different. You can see the clip on this one and the clip on this one. They're just a little bit different. They should line up the same. It should work the same. So I'm going to make sure it does. I'm going to try and clip it on and then make sure it works. If not, then I will have to take it back and get another one. Let's get around the lever here. I'm going to push the clip on. A little harder to get in here. There, we clip that one on. This one on. Okay. It does fit. And the main thing is to make sure it's not bound up pretty easily. And what's going to be important is the length of the chain. And I'm going to have to shorten this clip. I'm going to have to put the clip, take it off this end loop on the chain and run it down a little bit farther down. You can see I've taken the hook off the end of the chain and I've set it farther down the line because it's a universal flapper. And now we'll just hook this in the end. It's rehooked. You want to make sure it's going to be able to lift up far enough and not bind up. Okay. All right, we'll turn the water back on. And it does make it easier to have the water off, but again, if your valve is very tight, you may want to do this without shutting the water off. If the valve is real tight, what's happening is it's corroded. And if you start trying to tighten that valve back, your shutoff valve will start leaking, and then now you're going to have to change your supply valve, which will mean having to shut the water off to the house, changing the valve, and then turning everything back on. So now this is filling up. Okay. Now you'll notice it went very quickly. It didn't empty the tank. This is a 1.28 gallon per flush flapper. Okay, so what it does is it lifts up, and once it fills the inside of that flapper with water, it'll come back down. That's how they rate the flush. If you need to flush it longer, well, then just hold the lever down, and that'll give you a longer flush. And that's all there is to changing that. Let that fill up one more time. You want to try it a couple of times, make sure everything's working properly. Most of all, the chain, you want to make sure it doesn't bind up or twist and stay open. If you tighten this chain too much, it's not going to let the flapper seal all the way, and the toilet will run. The water will leak into the bowl. Okay, well, that's fixed. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more how-to ideas, visit my website at www.doityourselfwithjoe.com. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe button to keep up to date with future videos. Also, visit and like me on Facebook.